Hello guys, my name is Kaushik and welcome back to LetCode once again. In this video, we're going to learn about the native app testing with Playwright and Appetize. So in our previous video, we have learned the basics of Playwright, like the introduction and how to use the app recorder, how to use the export code options, and also we have created our Playwright project and we have utilized the Appetize to run the native mobile application in our system. In this video, we are going to focus how to automate the biometric authentications. So let's take an example, any banking, finance example, or any chat applications. We have this authentication, right? So once we authenticate it, then only we can get into the applications and we can do our rest of the testing scenarios. So of course, authentications plays a major role in our test automations and we are going to perform it today. And this is not going to be a real thumb impression or face ID or passcode or anything. So it's just going to be do the simulation. So that is how in Android mobile testing it works. So if you take Appium or any other mobile application, that is it works. So we cannot do the real scenarios, but of course we can simulate like authenticated scenario as well as unauthenticated scenarios. So let's get started now. So before getting into the code, let me give you a glimpse of what I'm trying to achieve today. So of course we have learned this appetize.io/apps in our previous video also. So if you want to upload your applications to test, of course you have to use this upload app and you can bring your APK or iOS file here. So I have created a application with the help of Flutter and I have uploaded that. So if I go and click on this play button, so it will open in the device sandbox, that is our play area. I'm going to select the device as Pixel 8 Pro and let's enable the app recorder as on, and I'm going to click on this tab to start. So now it will automatically install the application and launch our applications. So once I go into the biometric, you can see we have a button called authenticate. So once I click on that, you can see the authenticated card is popped up. Now I have to give my thumb impression. Of course, as I said earlier, it's not going to be a real thumb impression, rather you are going to do the simulation here. Okay, so let's see how does that works. Okay, and of course we got our we got our elements here. So if I click on this, you can see like we have the content description. So since it's a Flutter application, we cannot expect the resource ID or any ID to be unique. So mostly the content description is going to be unique, and even the class names will be more of same. So I will recommend you to use the content description if it's a Flutter application. And now let's say in code. So before that, of course, we are going to do the installation of the Appetize. So let's go to my desktop, and here I have a folder called Appetize-pw, that is Playwright, and I'm going to open that in my VS Code. So it's as of now it's a empty project, you can see. So I'm going to bring up my terminal here and we're going to do the Appetize installation. So if I go to the documentation, you can see this is the command. I'm going to copy the command and paste over here. It might take few seconds to few minutes based on your internet speed and your already installed Playwright. So in my case, I already have installed the Playwright, so it is going to be really quick. So I'm going to give the name. So you have to give the build ID or public key. So let's give it as demo as it is, and I'm going to select my device. So let's go with the Pixel devices here, Pixel 8 Pro Android. The code is going to work in both the Android as well as in the iOS, but I have only the Android application to give you demo now, but majorly it should work fine. Okay, and here you can see like we got the test folder. Within that we have few files, and of course it's going to replace with the Appetize test demo, that is app.spec.ts. so here you can see we got this app.spec.ts, and here we have few suggestions, like if you want to run in headless mode, you can use the -- headed, and if you want to head mode, and if you want to run in headless mode, you have to use this npx playwright test. We'll come to that in a moment. Let me close my terminal, and this is the dummy example we got. We are going to rename this, so I'm going to name it like biometric.spec.ts. okay, and within this we are going to delete everything, and here we are going to make it like Android Biometric Auth demo. Okay, so this are going to be our spec name. And first of all, we already seen the scenario, so let's go get into the business real quick. So we are going to click on the biometric. Of course, the installation of application and launching app is going to be handled by Playwright and Appetize by default, so we don't have to worry about it. So we are going to just take this content description. So first action, what we are going to do, we are going to do the tap, right? So session.tap. Session is similar as I explained in our previous video. So instead of saying page.page. We have to use the session. Okay, and here we are going to say we are going to find the element which is expected to have attributes of content description, and the name is going to be this guy. Shift plus F to format the code. Okay, and then we are going to click on this button called authenticate. So let me copy this one, and here I'm going to say again await session.tap, and we are going to find the elements where it has element where it has a attributes of content description with the value this one. Okay, and of course I have to close this. Come on. Yeah, okay, so I think these two steps are enough for now. Let's go and see how to run this first. So we are going to move to our Playwright config file, and here we can see we have the use here, but few of the things we have to change to execute this. So first of all, I'm going to bring up the import statement of define config from Playwright. So in the latest version of Playwright, of course, we know that we have to use the default define config, and then we are going to also make use of the Appetize test options from @appetize / playwright. Okay, and I don't want this config. Let's do so export default, then followed by define config, which is going to have the Appetize test option, and within this we are going to set our config file. So I'm just going to cut this, paste over here, and let's delete this one. Okay, so this is how we have to define our configuration, and within the use I am going to say headless as false, because of course I want to see the UI, so let's give it that way. And of course we have to save in which device we are going to run, so that's going to be Pixel 8 Pro and the public key, or else we can go with the build ID, I guess. So build ID, but I think that's fine now. Yeah, so let's go and get the build ID or the public key. So if you go and click on this version, and here you can see we have this build ID, so I'm going to copy this and paste over here. Okay, and of course we are handling the authentication, so for that we have to set some permissions. I will tell that in a moment. Before that, let's go and run this. So npx, then followed by playwright, then followed by test. So here you can see like our browser got launched with the Pixel 8 Pro, and it's installing the app, launching the app, and it's clicking on the biometric. It clicked on the authenticate and then closed. So that is what we have written so far. Okay, now of course to handle with the authentication pop-up, right? So this guy, where is this? Yeah, so once I click on this authenticate, we are going to handle this particular authentication card, right? So for that we'll wait until this card is present. So for that we have a option called wait for animation. So we are going to say session.waitForAnimations. That means if there is any loader or loading kind of stuff, it will wait for that to appear. Once that is done, what we are going to do, we are going to give the, or we are going to similar the thumb impression, right? So here I'm going to say like await, then followed by session.biometry, and within that we have an option called match, and I'm going to make it as true. True in the sense like it will where is this? Yeah, true in the sense it will pass the authentication. If it's false, it will not pass. Okay, I will show that in a demo. And once we are going to do the authentication. Unfortunately, we are not give the authentication here. Probably there should be an option to bypass this within the app recorder itself, but as of now we don't have, or I haven't seen it. So I will update that in the comments and I will ask about this to the team. Okay, so since I created the applications, I know that once we do the authentication, there will be a text called authenticated. So we're going to handle that one. So here I'm going to say like await, then followed by session, then I'm going to say wait for the element, and then I'm going to say the attributes where it is going to have the content description with the text called authenticated. Okay, I think it should be authenticated with capital A. Let's go and see this now. Okay, so I'm going to bring up my terminal once again and I'm going to run the same test. Watch carefully. So once the authentication is done, we'll see the tick mark. And yeah, we got that, and then we have this text called authenticated, so it got passed. Okay, now let's simulate to non-authenticated. So instead of true, I'm just negotiate that. That means of course it's a false, right? So let's go and run this one more time. Let's see. So here you can see like it's going to give a dummy value and it says like not recognized. Of course, in both these scenario, it just try to do the simulation. It doesn't even pass your real thumb impression or anything. So that is how in the Android world of testing it happens. Okay, now this session is going to be close after a few seconds. So it's just trying to wait to get that particular element called authenticated. Since we are not authenticated, of course we won't see that, right? So yeah, and of course you can see that in your reporter or in your trace viewer. So if you go back to your playwright config file and within the use, if you say like trace not try catch trace, where is trace? Okay, you can pass trace as true and that should work fine. Okay, sorry, already I have the trace, right? So it says like written on failure, but I want to get it every time, so I will say like on, and that should work fine. Okay, let's bring out terminal. Where is my terminal? Okay, so here you can see like it got failed, and you can see the trace is that. So previously the trace was like retain on failure. So when there is a failure, it will retain. So how to open the trace file is very simple. So we'll just go and copy the zip file relative path, and here we'll say like npx playwright, and then followed by show trace. I believe if I remember it properly, it should be show trace. And since it's a Windows system, I have to change the slash forwards. I mean, this is backward, right? So backward to forward, I guess, or vice versa. Yeah, so here you can select, we have the session. If you go to the attachment, you can see we have this session, like all the configuration, and then we have actions, like what are the actions we have done, and then we have this SDK logs. If you go to the error, element not found, that is expected. And if you go to the yeah, let me bring this to the right hand side. Yeah, so here you can see like it says like not recognized, and then we have the failures. Okay, so this is how we can see the like you can go each session. So this is similar to your playwright, so the typical way of using trace viewer. Okay, so yeah, let me give you a quick recap. So we have this our use, and within the use we have given the device config like device pixel 8 pro with the public key or build id. So public key or the build id is basically your application identifier, and you can fetch that from your apps. And if you go to the version, and you should see that here, okay, right here. And then we have this head list, so that we can see the UI. And then within the spec, it's very simple. So we'll click on the biometric and we'll click on the authenticate button, and this is the actual code, this 2 lines. So you have to wait for the authenticated card to appear. So we will use the function called WaitForAnimations, and then we have this true. So if I set it true, that means of course the authentication is going to work. If it's false, means it is unauthenticated. And just to do the verification, we are waiting for the element. Of course you can make it as like your expect as well, that we have learned in our previous video. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you have any queries, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to reply. And also if you have any questions you have to ask to the Appetize team, probably I will leave the contact details in the description. You can go and check it out, and all the codes will be in my GitHub. I will leave the link in the description again. Okay, so that's it. Tata, bye bye. See you in the next one very soon.